What is your favorite vehicle?
The one that works.
Yeah.
One that's not on blocks? Yeah. Anyone else? Favorite vehicle?
My body.
Your body? Awesome. I like that.
The Oldsmobile I drove in high school, but it was a tank.
Oldsmobile?
Yep.
Old Buick or Oldsmobile?
Oldsmobile.
Anyone else have a favorite vehicle? Mine is the Toyota Rectitude. Have you guys heard of that? It's a righteous automobile. Did you get that down?
I got it.
Jasmine, you had one?
No, I found
Honda? Okay. Awesome. Now, that you've got that favorite vehicle in mind, what is your favorite thing about driving that vehicle?
Reliable. Been reliable thus far.
Cut yourself some slack here. Anyone else? What's so awesome about driving that vehicle?
Going on the speed limit.
Okay. A man after my own heart there.
Control.
Control. Cool. Anyone else?
Takes you new places.
What's that?
Takes you new places.
New places?
Like Taco Bell.
Not, that's not new for you.
Not anymore.
All right. Tonight, my topic, my speech title was How to Become an Excellent Driver. And what I mean by that is Toastmasters is our vehicle. Toastmasters is the vehicle that we use to take us where we want to go, to become a more confident speaker, to find your voice, to be a better leader, to give better presentations. Toastmasters is that vehicle. Now, who's the driver of that vehicle? You, right? Each of us are the driver of our own Toastmasters journey. So tonight, I want to talk to you because we have so many new members and so many members that have been in Toastmasters for just maybe a year, 6 months, a couple months. Next meeting. I want to help you either get jump started and get right started on your journey, or if you've been here a while, I want to get you jump started to get back on that journey and to keep moving towards your goals and the reason why you came to that first Toastmaster meeting. I'm going to talk about 3 steps that will take you there, that will jumpstart your journey. The first step, sign up. The second step, pick a topic. And then the third step is to make it fit. So let's start with step 1. Sign up. What's that mean? Participate. I always say raise your hand, right? Volunteer. It just so happens I was doing some research for this speech today, and I realized that I went to my first Toastmasters meeting 8 years ago today. This is the anniversary of my first Toastmasters meeting. When I sat right in that chair, okay, you're second. Thank you. I'm not saying that to be rectitude or anything, but I'm just saying that when I went to my first Toastmasters meeting, I signed up after that first meeting. And I couldn't wait till that next month, till that next meeting, so I could sign up for a role and be involved in what was going on in the meeting. I also realized I've talked a lot of smack over those 8 years about how I got started on my journey and kept moving, took that first step and then signed up for my next speech and then kept going and kept going and kept going. But I realized when I looked at the videotape was that I joined in April, and I actually didn't do my first speech until September 1st. But I signed up for a role every meeting. I'm talking to you folks tonight because I don't want you to be like me. I don't want you to wait 6 months before you get your first speech under your belt. If you sign up, I want you to get that icebreaker on the schedule, get signed up, get your next speech on the docket so we can get you on the agenda and you can jumpstart your journey and then keep going. So how do we do that? There's a couple ways that you can sign up in this club. First is at each meeting, our secretary, who's not here tonight, Barbara Carter, has prepared this beautiful roll sheet for us, which has the next 6 meetings on it. So at each meeting, we pass this around, and we sign up for roles. Guess what? Our first activity tonight, as part of this presentation, I've got you for 15 to 20 minutes, so we got some time. The first activity that we're going to do is I'm going to pass this around, and before I'm done with this speech, each one of you that are members are going to sign up for your next speech or your first speech. Don't hesitate, Bintu. Now, I don't want you to just throw your name on there in next week's meeting, or the meeting after that. Think about it. Seriously, give yourself enough time. I didn't become a DTM and about to become a second DTM by not planning ahead. You can't just put your name on the schedule and then show up and give a speech. It doesn't work like that, especially if you're just getting started. So think about it. Give yourself enough time to prepare and put your name on the roll sheet before I'm done. For your next speech, you can sign up for a couple roles too if you want. And I'm going to check it before I'm done to make sure that everybody's signed up for something. All right? The second way that you can sign up for roles is Barbara will send out an email every week prior to our meeting and ask for volunteers for roles to sign up for the meeting. Now, Barbara, I kind of talked her into this role because Barbara is enthusiastic and she's very bubbly and she's very organized and she's very good at this role. She's our hype master. So one of the big reasons that I'm encouraging us to sign up ahead of time is it helps Barbara's job, makes it a little easier for her. She's not having to send a couple emails the week of the meeting going, okay, I still need a non-counter, I still need a general evaluator. Let's help her out. Let's make her job easier, as well as helping us in getting our journey started, or jump started again. Now, in each Toastmasters meeting, there's room for 3 or 4 speakers. So we've got room for 4 speakers a meeting, 3 meetings a month. How many speakers is that, Samuel? Our mathematician, come on, it's taking you that long. How many speeches is that? 12. Awesome. That's right. As a club, we can have up to 12 speakers a month. How awesome would that be if we had all of those speaking roles filled every month? How much would that be helping each of our journeys as well as our club having great meetings with a full docket of speeches? That would be awesome. This club has been there, and I'd like to see us get back to that level. All right. Step number 2, pick a topic. How many people are like, oh, I gotta do a speech. What am I gonna talk about? You're already scared enough to get up in front of everybody and speak, but now you're like, what the hell am I gonna talk about? first started, I had those same nerves, those same ideas. Like, what am I going to talk about? So I Googled the top 100 speech topics. And sure enough, there they popped up. Printed it off, started going down through it. Oh yeah, I can talk about that. Oh yeah, I'm interested in that. Oh, that would be cool to share information on that. That's one way. Second way, and this is the most preferred way that I tell people when they ask this question or when they have concerns about what they're going to talk about. What are you passionate about? We all have things in our life that we enjoy doing, or that we enjoy pursuing, or that we are pursuing, that we can talk about, and that would be easy for us to talk about, right? What are you passionate about? Talk about that. While you're thinking about that, here comes our next activity for today. We're going to take a few minutes, and I want you to write down 5 things that come to your mind when you think about what your passions are. What are you passionate about? What do you enjoy doing? Start now, and I'll give everybody enough time to come up with 5 things. Write those 5 things down. Vance, how am I doing on time?
11 minutes.
May, you're not passionate about anything? That was inviting. If you're going to start a club, you better be prepared to talk about stuff. When I came up with my list a few years back, this was well into my Toastmaster journey. It's probably five years in. I went through this exercise and I realized that helping others, number one on the list, exercise, healthy cooking, leadership, and public speaking. Those were my top 5 passions. And I've done a ton of speeches especially after I realized that those are my top 5. I've done a ton of speeches on those before and after that. Who would like to share 1 or 2 of theirs? About our guests. What was your name again? Diane. Now you said that you weren't really sure if you were a guest or not. Does that mean that you've been to Toastmasters before?
First time I've ever been to it.
Okay.
I just didn't know the membership and all that.
Okay.
Learning
Okay.
as I go.
Yeah, you are learning.
So 2 things on my list are yoga and painting.
Cool. Are you a sip and paint kind of gal? Or are you one of those drink a little wine, do a little paint? Yes. Fun.
The painting gets better the more you do.
Yeah, right. My wife's been to a couple of those, and she comes home, and I'm like, I had no idea how to do it. Anybody else? Soccer? Talk all day about that, huh?
Oh, yes.
Comedy? Like you like to stand up, or like you like watch stand-up?
Not yet, but I want to watch that.
Yeah. Who's your favorite beat?
God.
Will Smith? That's
No. Probably Louis C.K., although as of late, that's made some emotions about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But Doug Stanhope is another one of those. So, actually seeing him this month. So,
Was anybody surprised by anything that they ended up putting down on paper? No? Smile? Yes? No? What was one of yours?
Horses?
Horses? Anyone else want to share? Lance?
I have dealt with people with fishing.
Fishing, awesome. That's how easy it is. Now, another way that you can develop the topics is to think of stories. Stories are a great way to spur thoughts that could lead to a speech. Something that happened to you on a daily basis at work, or driving to work, or with your kids at home. The better the speech is, the more it's connected with the audience, probably because of the story that is told in the speech. Now, storytelling is something that you learn, something that when I first started, I probably did 20 speeches before I included any stories in any of my speeches. It's something that you learn through Toastmasters and through just becoming more confident as a speaker and crafting those speeches. But start with a story and then find out what that message is within that story that you could share. Great way to craft a really classic speech. Now, I said that each one of you was going to sign up for your next speech. I want you to pick a topic for your next speech. Right now. You had up to 5 concepts, topics, ideas, things that you're passionate and interested in. Pick one that you can write your next speech about. Eric's easy because his next speech is about him, so although those aren't always easy. I'm not a big fan of talking about myself. At least I wasn't when I started. Now I love talking about myself. Kidding. Who's got a speech topic picked? Jasmine.
Mine's an icebreaker, so I think talking about myself.
Yeah, you got it easy here. Ben 2.
My next speech will be on time management.
Cool.
So I'm still working on my management time. So
Do you have some stories in mind that you can weave into that topic?
I'm trying to formulate it.
Anyone else? May, did you come up with anything? If you're going to start a Toastmasters club, you got to be able to talk about and do a speech. Nothing? Gardening? Good.
Jetsons. The Jetsons.
The Jetsons, that's going to be your next speech?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Silence.
Silence. Awesome. Good job, guys. Let's hear it for everybody. Now, that wasn't necessarily easy, but that's how you do it. Sign up. Come up with a topic. Something you're passionate about, something you're interested in, something that if you get stuck because you get up here and get nervous, or maybe you're back here like I was the first time, and you get nervous, that's something that you know a lot about, you're passionate about. You can fill in those gaps. You can keep moving along because it's something you know about, something you can relate to, something you probably have stories about. And the last step, we've got sign up, pick a topic, third step is to make it fit. Does anybody know what that means? There's two things it means. The first is, when you join Toastmasters, especially our newbies, you get started on Pathways. And within the Pathways program is a number of different projects where they ask you to speak, to gain certain skills. The first speech is your icebreaker speech, where you introduce yourself to the club, and you tell some things about yourself that are interesting, or maybe that you have dealt with along your journey in life that you feel you're comfortable talking about. Then you get into other aspects, other projects that are based on skill sets, like evaluation, like organization, crafting a speech, the best way to put a speech together with an opening, body, and conclusion. So Pathways gives you those projects for you to fit your topics into. So you pick a topic, and then you find a project within your Pathways path that you can fit that into. A lot of clubs and members get caught up with that. Oh my gosh, I've got this great idea for a speech, but how am I going to make it fit into organizing speech? Don't worry about that. What you need to do is organize your thoughts and your speech topic into an opening, body with a few points, conclusion. But the topic is totally up to you. The things you can talk about are totally up to you. Just find a way to make it fit into one of your projects. And if your next project doesn't seem to fit anything that you're comfortable talking about, don't stall out. Don't freak out and go, okay, can't move on. I've seen it happen many times. Let's get to the next one. Find a different project that better fits your topic. Tonight, my project was to provide an entertaining speech. I don't know how entertaining I've been, but I felt like this topic needed to be talked about. I felt like we had a lot of people that could really gain something from this. So that's the project I picked for this speech. So think about that. Pick a topic, or sign up, pick a topic, make it fit. I started out tonight talking about driving and vehicles, and I mentioned that Toastmasters is our vehicle, and you are the driver. I hope tonight that I've given you some ideas, some skills, some things that you can use to avoid all the traffic that seems to get in our way when we're driving on our journey and our path through Toastmasters. It's up to you. It's your journey. You're the driver. So follow these steps and just rinse and repeat. Keep doing it. Get some momentum going. What makes a good race car driver? They get that momentum going, right? They get around the track, they get into those turns, they get that feeling of the wheel turning into that. Get that going. Key is to start, then rinse, repeat. Do it again. Keep doing it. Keep moving. I haven't gotten to 150 speeches or however many speeches I've done by sitting around thinking about it. You just do it. Do the first one, do it again. Keep doing it. Thank you so much.